Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Bashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled The Effects of Thick Clay. Lord, will you are edified. My source, CNBC. And this article is entitled Prices Continue to Rise. Here's what's getting the most expensive. This article was published October 13th, 2021. Consumers are paying a little bit more for just about everything than they did a month ago, and significantly more than they did for the same goods in 2020. The Consumer Price Index, which measures changes in how much Americans pay for certain goods and services, rose 0.4%. In September, the Labor Department reported Wednesday, driven largely by increases in food, shelter, and gasoline, year over year, prices increased 5.4%, the largest jump since January 1991. It's a continuation of an inflationary trend consumers have experienced for nearly all of 2021. Here's how much prices have increased over the past year in key categories, according to the Labor Department. Rental cars, 42.9%. Gas, 42.1%. Used cars, 24.4%. Hotels, 18%. TVs, 12.7%. Furniture, 11.2%. Meats, poultry, fish, and eggs, 10.5%. New cars, 8.7%. Appliances, 7.1%. Electricity, 5.2%. Restaurant prices, 4.7%. Rent, 2.9%. What's causing inflation? The swings in price can largely be attributed to there you have it. For a number of reasons, car prices, for example, are being pushed up thanks to a combination of an ongoing chip shortage and low inventory, among other factors. At the same time, airfare and other travel expenses look so much more expensive today relative to 2020 because no one was flying a year ago, thus depressing prices. While economists have insisted for months that inflation is temporary, prices have continued ticking up. Every day, Americans are left feeling the sting in their bank account today. Wages grew just 4.6% in September compared to a year prior, far below the 5.4% year over year price increase. Habakkuk 2 and 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him? Him, referring to the Edomites, beginning with their nobility, their highborn, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increased that which is not his. How long? And to him that laid himself with thick clay. Thick clay. All right. And you can equate America, which is a corporation, as an example of having thick clay. Case in point, according to the Hebrew for thick clay, Strong's H 57, Salaki 56, and 71, pronounced as a bat yacht, which means what? Heavy debt. Heavy debt. And debt goes into the terminology, the origin to owe. All right. So each individual All right, and let's just focus on America. Within America owes the international bankers heavy debts. And also, according to the St. Louis Fed.org, debt can also do what? Debt clay can also do what? A one-time increase in the supply of debt that doesn't correspond to increased demand can likely mean a change in the price level or the interest rate, or both, the author explained. A continuing debt issuance not met by a corresponding growth in the demand for debt is likely to show up as a higher rate of inflation. Thick clay can promote inflation as well as this pandemic. Also, second source, Investopedia.com. What the national debt means to you, but how does national debt actually affect you? Over time, this will cause people to pay more for goods and services, resulting in inflation. Higher prices. Okay. Another key point, nationalaffairs.com. Inflation and debt. Most analysts today, even those who do not worry about inflation, ignore the direct link between debt, looming deficits, and inflation. All right? Thick clay, which is debt, correlates also to inflation. And America is covered in debt, trillions of dollars in debt. And again, debt or thick clay means to owe. Owe who? The international bankers. And for these economists that stated that this inflation was temporary, let's see what the scripture states. Ecclesiastes 12:3, and we are in this time frame now. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. Keepers of the house can be equated to your economists, all right, which are watchers over the economy. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. No future. It's over for America. All right? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is destroying the bloodline of America. Which is what? Which can be equated to its economy. The removal of the economy. And this is by design for total control. All right. Last precept, Isaiah 55 and verse 11. So shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth, in the form or the format of prophecy, to say before, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish or achieve that which I please, literally. And it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. All right. There's nothing that can be done for America. It's over. Lord, will you edify? Shalom.